back to what's going on in the stratosphere. So let me walk you through this picture. So as visually you kind of look at it and go, whoa, what's happening? So let me walk you through what's going on here. So look at the horizontal axis. It's labeled temperature. Okay. So way over in the bottom left corner, minus 100 degrees Celsius. All the way to the right hand side, 60 degrees Celsius. Okay. On the Celsius scale, room temperature is around 20 degrees. Okay. Now, let's look at the vertical axis. This is our height. This is how high we're getting above the Earth. Okay. So what that red line that's doing a zigzag, that's showing us the average temperature as we go up in the atmosphere. Okay. So we start somewhere around roughly 15 degrees centigrade, Celsius. And then as we start going up, it starts cooling off. And that's what that red line going up to the left means. So in the troposphere, okay, it cools off as we go up. Now, I didn't say it before, but between each layer, the boundary between the two layers is given a name, and it's called the pause. Okay, so way over on the right hand side, see where it says tropopause in purple? So that's kind of like that imaginary line between the troposphere, the top of the troposphere, and the bottom of the stratosphere. So as you transition out of the troposphere, still going up, what's interesting is the temperature basically levels off. And it's actually right around minus 57 degrees Celsius. Then look what happens here. The red line goes up and to the right. Wait a minute. To the right means it's getting warmer. And I'll explain why it does that here in just a minute. But when you get to the top of the stratosphere, you hit that imaginary layer or boundary called the stratopause, and the temperature holds steady again. Okay. And then, like we normally expect, it cools off. Okay, cools off down to very chilly, almost minus 90 degrees. Now I got to take you on a little tour of what's known as thermodynamics. Now we talked about temperature before, but we got to kind of revisit it a little bit so you understand what's going on. All right. So first of all, got to lay the foundation. Temperature is not a measure of heat when you're talking to a scientist. Okay. Heat, or I should say, temperature is a measure of the energy of the molecules in the thing as it's moving. So the faster they're moving, the higher the temperature. Okay? So temperature is a measure of how much energy is in the molecules that are bouncing around. Heat is energy that gets transferred because two things that are touching each other have a temperature difference. Okay? So Dr. Weil does a good job of explaining this, so I'm going to let him talk to you for just a little bit, and then we'll come back and dig into this just a little.